Shemai, Yasharallah, Yahweh, Alhaganawa, Yahweh, Achad, Shemai, Yasharallah, Yahweh, Alhaganawa, Yahweh, Achad, Shemai, Yasharallah, Yahweh, Alhaganawa, Yahweh, Achad, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakha Kudash. I want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Ruel. Peace and blessings, as well as health and wellness to the house of David the elect. All right, I was a hot spirit wind Judah, and today I want to go into a topic entitled "Let's GMS Virtues of Roots" first and foremost. All right, which is what I originally named the videos when it came to health, going back to Wisdom of Solomon, 7th chapter, where it says wisdom, which is really Yahweh Shai, taught him the virtues of roots or the healing powers of roots. All right. So under GMS Virtues of Roots, I have a topic entitled Whole Food versus the Food Matrix. All right, because we're really supposed to eat whole foods as opposed to processed food. See, in America, you have something called the food matrix, and what happens is you get warped into the food matrix because of convenience, because of culture, all right, because of comfort, all right, because of cost, all right. We're talking about burgers and fries at drive-through. We're talking about candy in the snack machine, all right. We're talking about snacks in the grocery store, all right. The original grocery store was based on my research was Piggly Wiggly, all right, from a guy in Tennessee. But there was the original grocery store was like a collection of all the different fruit and vegetables and groceries and meat in one store. But before then, you had basically like a farmer's market, all right. You had to go to different dispensers, so to speak, different people to get different things. So they finally came up with the grocery store where they had everything in the grocery store, right? Everything in one store with freezers and stuff. If I'm not mistaken, they had freezers, all right? Don't quote me on that. But the point is, all right, the original grocery store was basically like you could get everything from a farmer's market in one entity as opposed to going to different farmers or different shops, so to speak. All right, so you can pretty much put together that it was mostly fruit, vegetables. You know, they probably had, pork or whatever because it's America. They was in the South, but they actually had like whole foods in those stores. Versus now, you go to a grocery store, and it's hundreds, if not thousands, of different man-made packaged products, all right, with different ingredients. Look like a page out of an encyclopedia, man, out of a science book, man. All right, my biology book. All right, so that's not groceries. That's not food. The word nutrition goes back to nourish. How are you getting nourishments? How are you getting nourishments from packaged food that has no life in it? Because the nutrition, the vitamins, the minerals, the nutrients, all right, that's actually just life. That's the life of that particular fruit. That's the life of that particular root, of that particular vegetable. All right, that's the life of it. So if you strip the life out of it through a process of processing it, all right, and you replace that with additives such as MSG, all right, high fructose corn syrup, all right, you're putting death in you. So how can you gain life from putting death in you? Something that's dead in you, man. All right, it doesn't make sense. I would think when I go into a grocery store, I would think maybe 90% of the things within that grocery store is garbage, it's trash. It came from a facility as opposed to the planet Earth. Okay? So, but it's easy to go out here and vent, all right, about the trash that they sell to us. And even the animals that they sell and the way they facilitate the animals, the way they raise the animals, the way they inject the animals with all type of things, the way they even take the plant life and spray chemicals pesticides and they genetically modify everything, it's easy to vent like that, man. But but what happens is you go into the food matrix and you might treat yourself, or you might slip here and there, and you fall into a slippery slope of eating garbage, man, because it's convenient, because you poorly plan your meals through the week. That's another thing that I would recommend. Plan your meals through the week. Have an idea of what you're gonna eat throughout the week, because if you plan poorly, you're probably gonna end up eating poorly. You know, we all might slip here and there, but just those slip-ups called slippery slopes, to where next thing you know, you got caught up in the food matrix, you're going through a drive-through, or you buying bullshit at the grocery store, or you eating at the snack machine all day, because your enemy is gonna get you through that convenience, man. All right? But it's not natural to pull up through drive-throughs like that, man. I mean, you can pull up through a drive-through, cop a salad, you know what I mean? But like I said, that they inject all parts of those burgers and fries and stuff with MSG, with all type of salt. That's why instead of craving cheese in general, you crave their cheese. Instead of craving the beef patty in general, you crave their burger at McDonald's, at Burger King, because they inject the burger itself with all type of additives. Okay? And your brain loves that salt. It loves that fat. It loves those sugars, man. Because they do that so you can get hooked on their product, man. And if you believe that stuff is approved by the FDA, you see? Let me turn the camera on me. I don't really like the thought of people thinking I'm filming them, you know? But Yahweh Bahasham Shai, he gave us plenty within the planet Earth. Harvest, there's what they call harvest around autumn, man. Around autumn. And that's when you go to a farmer's market and you see the food that, for the most part, naturally springs from the planet Earth. Like, I live in the South, right? So we naturally have pumpkin. We naturally have squash. We naturally have blueberries. We naturally have, let me think, that corn, that wild corn, that natural corn. We naturally have that. So the Most High gave us that, man. So we got to start looking at ways to make that, you know, a part of our natural way. And to hell with looking weird to people. The average person that looks at you weird, look at their belly. All right? If they say something or whatever, you at work and they got little jokes, man, just look at their belly, man. And the one breath, you see them holding their chest. They got that heartburn. You see? They got that gut, but they'll be looking at you a certain way. Rabbit food, dinosaur food, you know? I'm not saying go 100% plant-based, but I believe 70% of your diet is supposed to be plant-based, right? That's the medicine. But we had one thing that was very common in the Middle East, specifically Israel, was fish. Fish has those omega-3 fatty acids, and it's easier to digest than chicken. Something wrong with chicken, but they, you know, what they're doing to the chicken, you know, it makes it hard to take it in on a day-to-day basis, you know. But like I said, there's no law, no sin. But everything is polluted. A lot of the fish has mercury. I know, but it's in general. You know, the majority of our diet is supposed to be plant-based, like it's in 70%. But the point is, we're supposed to be eating clean. The enemy is not meat. The enemy is processed fucking food. But they are, I believe, they're putting some in the meat. But you definitely want to understand your proportions. But the enemy is processed fucking food, man. And the thing that's so deleterious about this nigga, man, when I say this nigga, I mean E, man, is that you will subtly get warped into that food matrix so you'll deviate from a healthier way of eating or a cleaner way of eating, not even realizing that you fell into a slippery slope. Not even realize, like, damn, whatever happened to me making smoothies? Damn, whatever happened to me making salads? Damn, whatever happened to me buying higher pH water or mineral water? Damn, when did I stop? Because you fell into a slippery slope. You got caught back up in the food matrix, man. Hey, and I'm speaking on this because there's a connection But first of all, we gotta keep the dietary laws, right? But there's a connection between how we eat and that connection you have with the Father, man. And there's a connection between how you eat and how you feel. There's a very powerful connection between how you eat and how you feel. And you put those additives that make the food Franken food, you put that MSG, you put that sugar, that processed sugar, that high fructose corn syrup, you put all that junk in you, and it tastes really good, and you get that quick dopamine high, but then you feel tired, man. You know? And it says we're lively stones. How can you be a lively stone if you're tired all the time? Now, granted, we have jobs, and even if you do eat clean, all right, you'll still be tired because you got these fucking jobs. You go through the hustle and bustle. But this to be tired for no reason, and you young and you tired, man. All right, and it's really due to how you eat, man. You can change that. All right. Everything that you see on the shelf, all right, there was a cleaner way to ingest that. You know, like I think about the honey bun, right? But it tells you in the scriptures when the Israelite tasted manna, they said it tastes like bread with honey. It's a honey bun or a honey biscuit. That's why Jake love those honey biscuits from churches. All right, you know what I'm talking about? Those honey biscuits from churches. You know, Jake loved a fried quail. You know, Jake loved that fried chicken, man. So the Eliasa woman brought out, man. But Jake was getting that fine oil and the fine flour and frying quail. Jake was getting those good breads, all right, and making and put honey in it. Jake was making honey biscuits back then. No new thing under the sun. There was no processed food. It was just natural ingredients and natural, going back to the word nature. See, even though the earth is polluted, it tells you in Revelation 11, I think it's the 11th chapter, I would destroy him who destroyed the earth. All right, but Baka Shah, there's enough brothers if you can put that on there. All right, the earth is very powerful because it's our livelihood, and everything that these bodies need, is already in the planet Earth. So we don't need no fucking factory-made foods, man. All right, we don't need no chemically injected food, man. A lot of us are sick because we're addicted to the standard American diet, man. All right, a lot of us are sick because we are addicted to that standard American diet, man. All right, growing up eating Pop-Tarts, growing up eating sugary cereal. But when you become older, like when I got deeper into the health journey, I realized that the water, brother. I realized that cereal was not that shit they sell in a box, them Kellogg box, man. Cereal comes from whole grains that grow from the earth. Those different grains that come from the earth, man. All right, that a lot of the world is surviving off of. It's a staple. Revelation 11:18, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and should have destroyed them that wish to destroy the earth. Revelation 11:18, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets. Let's see. And the saints, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and should have destroyed them which destroy the earth. Destroy them which destroy the earth. So the earth in its natural state, man, that's our power source. Arata, all right, that's our powerhouse, man. So I was watching this doctor by the name of Dr. Furman, right? And he came up with an acronym. It's called G-BOMBS, and I mentioned this before. By Dr. Furman, and it's an acronym for greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, and seeds. Beans, greens, onions, mushrooms, berries, and seeds. And he basically breaks down that each one of these food groups, all right, they're anti-cancer agents, and they greatly reduce or reverse, you know, you getting cancer. All right, and He studied blue zones, and he studied different areas where people live to be 100. And he studied these correlating things in a diet that caused them to live to be 100 years old. All right, caused them to, uh, you know, like I said, the whole community would live to be on an average 100 years old. All right, and he saw correlating things in the diet, and the correlating things, like I said, created the G-BOMB acronym: greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, and seeds. And I'm learning how powerful seeds are because I know, because I use them. Sunflower seeds, all right? Even nuts are really the seeds of stone fruit, such as walnuts, pecans, all right? They're powerful, man. Berries are powerful, all right? Leafy greens are a healthy cleansing agent. But one thing I've noticed that, what he was basically what he was breaking down was that these together, man, they just reverse cancer, man. They get those tumors down. Then you realize that the reason why we all got fucking cancer, because we have a dead diet. The way we eat is dead. Everything I name is filled with life. Greens is filled with life. Beans is filled with life. Onions is filled with life. Mushrooms, berries, seeds, that's life. All right? You take the seed out of an avocado, and the avocado will rot faster, man. All right? Because the seed is life. But we don't have a diet where that's our primary source, all right, of food. We don't have that type of diet. All right? Even if you call yourself eating healthy, it's probably a junk food version of it. Like, you know, you go to a smoothie shop and it'll be flavored berry, but we're like, where the fucking berries at, man? You know, that's why we gotta have a juicer. We gotta have blenders, you know? Make this stuff ourselves, man. Make our own soups. You know, got a wife, let her make the soups, man. All right, let's go. Isaiah 24:4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languished and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. Verse 25. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant. I mean, that's pretty much the point, man. You know, in our day-to-day walk, in our day-to-day journey, brothers have their different degrees into how they eat healthy and, you know, what they eat and what they consider eating clean. All right, some are more plant-based, some incorporate different things in their diet. One thing that you should consider and take great heed to is having a clean, whole food diet versus a processed diet, man. That processed food, man. All right. It's the processed food. It's the processed food, man, that's anti-body, anti-life, man. Because if it came directly from the earth and it's within the confines of the dietary law, it can't be bad. But once it gets processed, man, because they're going to shelve it. And in order to shelve something, you have to pack it with preservatives. All right? You see? Like the Most High told Ezekiel to make a bread. It was a bread for survival, but now they have a brand called Ezekiel. What's that? 4-9 bread. So bread is not bad. Bad is it's a tongue twister. Bread is not bad, but once you process it, see that bread is supposed to be made from sprouted grains. We really supposed to sprout our seeds and sprout our beans. All right. That's how you get the efficacy of the particular grains. That's how you get the enzymes and everything activated, by sprouting it. All right. So, hey, whole food versus processed food, man. Processed food is a part of the food matrix, and our dopamine gets overstimulated, and we release so much sugar into our bodies and so much junk into our bodies, and they have you in zombie mode, man. And eat clean. Pray to Yahweh Shema Shai to give you the strength, give us the strength to continue to eat clean, man. All right, because your temple is of the Yahweh Shema Shai, man. So one thing about the laws, he always wanted us to be in a clean state, man. So even in Babylon, it only makes sense to be clean, man. Eat clean to the best of your ability. Get the best of the worst. Whole food versus processed food, man. All right. Hey, but with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, I want to give out honor and glory to Yahweh by Shema Shai by Shema Kakadash. Double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Well. Peace and blessings to the ones in the house of David the elect. Abba Baal, come here, Shalom. Yeah, the brother got a scripture. Envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. What's his way when it comes to food? That Western Standard American way. But is that our way? No, the fuck it's not. Is a sad diet our way, the way of our forefathers? No, it's the way of Esau Edom. It's the way of capitalists. All right? All right, but till the next time, Shalom.